Welcome to Bees Company, your beekeeper podcast, and the only way you could ever hang out with the three of us. I'm Wally, alongside the two greatest musicians in the entire world, Dylan Marks and Allie Levine. How you guys doing?
Great.
Wonderful.
Great intro.
Thank you.
Lots of energy.
I'm going to come in hot at the top, and then at the end you'll just see me like...
Wally, your middle name should be Energy. Your other middle name. So it should be Adam, Energy, Sean, Wallach.
Quotes Wally Wallach.
What about Wallergy?
Wallergy? What about Wally G?
Wallergy.
Wally G.
If I ever picked up the tenor sax, I would be Wally G.
Nice.
That's pretty good. But you don't have a G, right? No.
No, I have no
But
G.
he is a G.
But I'm a G. I'm told.
He's a G with no G.
A
tragic
ghost.
tale.
G for ghost?
Yeah, you know, OG, original ghost.
That's good. I like that.
Great.
Is this the shortest time we've ever had in between Bees Companies?
Well, technically, we've recorded 2 episodes in a night before.
Yeah.
But
What?
that
Yes.
aside, yes, this would probably be one of the fastest turnarounds. And also one of the fastest we ever got from log into Zoom to just starting the episode without, like, chit-chatting for an hour.
Well, we've been chit-chatting.
That's true. We have been chit-chatting. We've been avoiding Bees Company topics, though.
Yes. Keeping it fresh.
Very smart. Very smart.
And by Bees Company topics, I mean, what did you do today, Dylan? How was your day?
It was good. I just worked my ass off all day. I was at the bar.
At all say.
All day at All Say. And literally, I do not stop at any point. The second I get there, I'm just running around doing things. I don't get a break. Like,
That's
I
Really?
I mean, like, I could
You just
take
outed
one.
I'll say.
I mean, like, I could take one,
You
but
should.
I just want to like slam because I have so
Yeah.
much I have to get done, and I enjoy it. It's like the 6 hours is just like, woo.
6 hours with no break?
Yeah, dude, you should really take a break. It's not good for you.
I think
Yeah,
that's
no-
kind of how restaurants are. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like the Wild West, you know.
People should get their breaks.
But also,
Whatever.
people take breaks. I just don't
Just not
want
Dylan.
to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just like getting all this stuff done because I'm slower than the
You
other
don't want
people.
to or you can't because you have so much to do.
Well, I get that also in terms of like if you feel like you need to compensate by working extra than others to kind of keep up. You know, I understand that.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I just want
This
to
is
do
an
a good job.
intervention. Workaholics
So,
Anonymous.
yeah, I'm curious.
But yeah,
Cool.
served a lot of guests, scrubbed a lot of stuff, sang a lot of songs. But then I came here,
Great.
Cool.
and yeah.
Tell us a little bit about those faces behind you.
Oh, you mean Harv and Letty?
Sure. Tell us about Harv and Letty.
I don't know much about them.
How
They've
did
been called. They've been called Harv and Letty for about going on 24 seconds.
Oh.
How did you go?
Yeah, it's just
Harv?
cool. It's
Harv.
well, actually, I know.
Oh, Harvey. Okay.
I know people, a married couple named Harv and Letty.
Okay. All right.
I know a
Slipped it
woman
right in.
named. I know a woman named Letty.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not very.
I guess
familiar
maybe
with
it's
that
short for
It's a
Letitia.
nickname. Yeah.
Leticia?
Oh, Leticia.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Wait, you know Leticia?
Yeah, there's only
Guess
one, and
I'm
I know her.
Leticia. But we call
Does
her
she live in?
Letty.
Does she live in Chula Vista?
No, I don't know where. I think they live in South Africa, Cape Town,
Oh.
where my mom is right now.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
the-
Wow, our best to Carol.
Yes. Safe travels.
But so Harv and Letty, where did they come from? Let me say that again so we could hear it.
I
Where
was
did
gonna do it again, but
Where did Harv and Letty come from?
I think they're just friends. They're like friends
No,
of
no,
the
no.
family.
Those pictures.
Those wire.
Yeah. Is that what they are? Are they
art.
copper or something?
They're just wire. I think they were made in South Africa.
Cool.
They do a lot of just really cool wire art, and they'll. Here, I can show you something else.
Yeah.
Here's a wire guitar.
Seen it. I knew you were gonna pull
Seen
that
it.
down.
Old school. I mean, old news.
Old school.
But look, it even has
Original
like a
school.
little whammy
Oh wow.
and a little
A
stand.
whammy bar.
But it's just one.
String?
I mean,
No.
it's just one big thing. And actually, I guess
cool.
this one's
Yeah.
made up of 2 different sizes.
Cool.
But it must be a massive undertaking.
Play something.
Okay.
That was great.
can't
That was
believe I
better
just
than I would. Allie, what'd you do today?
I woke up early. I made breakfast.
What's early?
Well,
Good
I woke
question.
up at like 5:30 in the
All
morning,
right, that's objectively
and I was
early.
supposed to wake up at 8, but I couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, supposed to wake up at 8. Do you have?
Yeah, so there was a vintage snowmobile race in this town, like 40 miles from us.
Wow.
And it
You
was
had to
so
go.
fucking cool. Well, we were planning on going. For
A vintage snowmobile race.
Yeah, so it was like 1975, I believe, to I think like 1985. That was like the year class.
Does that just look like a normal snowmobile, pretty much?
No. They look like they don't look like the new ones. The new ones are all like fancy and aerodynamic, and these just look like giant couches. And like
Giant couches like they.
the plastics are really big, and they have like cool paint jobs. Like now it's all like matte with decals and everything. But before it was just like some cool kind of like car paint job.
I see.
And the tracks are different, like because they have skis on the front and then like rubber tracks on the back. And people modify them and everything. So, and they have like the different engine classes. So
Wow.
it was cool. And it was really pretty. Huh?
Do they like? Is it like a track? Is it like a
It's
circle?
an oval track.
Oh, okay.
Wow. How
Yeah.
many racing at a time?
I think the most there was like 8 or 10.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and people there wasn't any like huge collisions, but like people, around the corners were like bumping
Flying into
each
this-
other,
Oh.
and some people flipped, and because it was really icy,
Oh wow.
and
Does it
Yeah.
like throw them from the mobile?
no, it's kind of like if you've seen like motocross. Well, it's not that fast, but yeah, so usually we'll like slide underneath, and then the vehicle will
I
keep
see.
traveling.
I see.
But no one got injured.
Well, that's good.
But it was really cool because we were like right on one of the curves. So every time they turned, we'd get like powder like thrown at us.
Oh,
You're in the splash zone.
Yeah, it wasn't because the track is like ice. It's like pretty much ice. But yeah, we just get like this like breeze of like
icy
dusty,
particulates.
icy dust. And
cool.
yeah, it was cool. And then we went to this lodge like a couple miles down the highway, and they were having snowshoe volleyball.
Oh my god, that sounds impossible.
That's what I thought. I was like, how the fuck do you even do that? Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna break your neck. But it was like probably like 15 people on each side. So it was really condensed. So people weren't running. they were like, everyone could
I
like reach
see.
the ball like at
Okay.
arm's length.
So they weren't stepping around much. They were just kind of staying in one spot.
Yeah. I
Pivot.
mean, some people were trying to dive and they ate shit and
Nice.
but
Wow.
that was like there was snow. But you didn't need the snowshoes. Like you could have just had regular shoes.
And
But
still been immobilized because is that what you mean?
No, it
Oh,
would
you're
be
saying what- I
easier.
understand now.
It would be easier with the with just regular
Right,
shoes,
right.
but the snowshoes like are an added
Yeah.
impediment. Difficulty. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that was fun. So
Nice. Very mountain games here
yeah.
today. Cool.
Yeah, so that's what I did.
Nice.
Maybe
All right, Wally.
next year I'll partake.
Tell us about your big day.
Okay. Real quick, Allie, do you think you would partake in the snowmobile race or in the snowshoe? Oh, okay, cool. Just in the games.
Yeah.
Got it. My day was cool. I went to the zoo with a bunch
Oh,
of
really?
coworkers. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super fun. I actually had gone kind of recently with my family, with like my sister and niece and Lauren and my mom. But it was cool, and like the animals were really out there today, really hamming it up in the sun. And got a bunch of cool shots and videos and stuff.
Nice.
Covered a lot of ground. Had a margarita, frozen margarita.
How much did it cost?
It's expensive. It's like $70 almost, like 60.
No, the margarita.
Oh, the margarita was like $12.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Not too bad, but I think maybe the one
That's
I
like
got
a
was more
six.
expensive.
That's like 6 times a margarita.
6 times.
Like cost wise.
I'm just saying it was like the to get in was the cost of 6 margaritas.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, it's still it's pretty expensive. But
Yeah.
it was fun. Sorry, 2 seconds.
What was your favorite?
Oh,
She's going out. Lauren's going to Booty Basement at the Whistle Stop tonight.
Oh, nice.
I remember.
I know Booty
that.
Basement.
Do you?
Yeah.
She's going with our friend Juliet and some other people.
Cool.
So she's on her way. But
Nice.
what do you know about Booty Basement? I didn't even know it was at Whistle Stop. I pictured like a club in the gas lamp or something.
I just know it because Christina went a few times, like years ago.
I see. Yeah, it's like 90s and 2000s hip hop, I think.
All
I
I
don't
know
even-
is Booty Basement, and it's at Whistle Stop.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what it is. I've never been there, but I've just seen ads for it like
Yeah.
10 zillion times, and
see.
it's like you
one of
get
those
it. You
things.
get what it is. Booty bass, like it must be some sort
Right.
of dance thing.
Meant.
You know.
Yep.
Wally,
Well-
what was your favorite animal at the zoo?
Oh, it's such a good question, Allie. And I was thinking about that. Today I was actually trying to rank like what's the cutest animal, because we saw meerkats and I was like, are meerkats the cutest animals? Because they're super cute.
Cavalier
But-
King Charles Spaniel. That's my vote. Is the
Okay.
cutest animal.
I wondered, I did kind of put a caveat at one point that domesticated animals don't count because we were like at the zoo. But, just to put a wrinkle in it. But there are a lot of cute animals. And then we saw like a lynx, and it was so cute. So there's just a lot of cute animals.
Cute.
But I saw a polar bear today eat meat, like
Whoa.
from like that was like hanging off a rock. It was very cool. And he was like right up on the glass. And it's just crazy. It's just so wild.
Did he put it on the glass?
No, that would be amazing. It was like strung to the wall, and he like got up on his back legs to like reach it, and
Fuck
like
yeah.
bit some flesh off the thing. It was pretty cool.
That's sad.
And then we went to a Korean barbecue place
Ooh.
in Claremont called
Tofu
Toguki.
House?
Toguki. Do you ever heard of that? Toguki. It's
No.
it's like connected to the H Mart, I think it is, or no, not the
Oh.
Zion Market.
Okay.
They're on Claremont Mesa Boulevard, like next to
Yeah.
where the bowling alley is.
No, I've never been there.
It was super good, and it was all you can eat Korean barbecue.
Nice.
So any energy you're getting from me is synthesized because I'm exhausted. 'Cause I had a crazy day and I ate so much food and like I had, oh God, what's it called? Soju. Have you ever had soju?
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd ever had soju before, and I had it today, and there was like a sweet, creamy one.
Ooh, I've never had that.
Yeah, it was not like Bailey's creamy exactly, but almost like
Oh, okay.
like a
more
cloudy
like
sake, but like
Yeah,
more
like-
than
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then also like a clear one that was like watermelon, but they were both so sweet. I'm not really like a sweet alcohol guy. But it was super fun.
Cute.
And I ate tongue,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
which was good. But yeah, it was a good day.
Cool.
And then I raced here to try and like get ready. And I was originally going to be back here like hours ago. And I thought I was like going to get bored at the zoo and like want to leave early. And I didn't at all. I had a great day. I was there, in it the whole time. So
Nice.
You thought you were gonna get bored at the zoo?
well, I just been there and like we had covered the whole place. And so I was like, I feel like I've seen a lot of the things, and like it's gonna be
Yeah,
busy.
fucking
and,
kangaroos. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see kangaroos today. Now that you mention it, that's a
Get
shame.
your money back.
Yeah, I was about to
I
say.
should. $70, no kangaroos.
It's funny because going to the zoo is a gamble because sometimes the animals are just like in their fucking little hole
Absolutely.
and you never see them. I remember one time I went to the zoo on a day where it was like pouring rain from like dawn until 1 p.m. just literally drenched.
Yeah.
And then at like 2 the sun was out but everything was wet and that's when we got to the zoo. So all the animals were like out because it had been raining. Like the rain had done something to them. And it was literally like they were all putting on a show. It was like they all knew it was sweep week. They were like a rhino like was like up on a rock. And they were all just out and you know how like the pandas are like never give you anything? The pandas
Right.
were like doing stuff and eating and like moving around. It was awesome.
Yeah, after a rain, that makes sense. And they've been cooped up for however many hours it had been raining, kind of. And if they're averse to the rain, but yeah, it was a good time. And I worry about that with any sort of thing for myself, which is like I always worry I'm going to get bored. That's always unless I'm going to a movie or I'm going to like practice or something. It's like my number one concern is the high likelihood of me losing attention. Like on that sentence just there.
I also kind of did a zoo activity today
Besides,
that I forgot.
Oh yeah, tell us.
I went to the animal shelter.
Are you picking something out?
No, we were looking at dogs. What the fuck?
Dylan shook his head no.
I was thinking about I imagined it was cat related.
No.
I see.
No. I'm
Don't talk
currently
about the
surrounded
cats.
by many cats.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what they had because we, in the future we want to get dogs.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had such cute animals there. And I
Cute
almost
animals, is that what you said?
cried. Yeah.
Was it hard
What
to
kind of
walk
dog
away
do you
with?
want?
Like a Great Pyrenees, or we looked at one Antelonian Shepherd, I think it's called. Alantonian.
I think he was on Law and Order.
Alantonian?
Shepherd.
Yeah, I think it's Antelonian. But they're like they're like herding dogs. Like they protect like herds of animals.
Sweet. They'll protect the chickens.
No, they'd kill the chickens.
Are they like?
It's for like sheep or goats or
Are they like fluffy, like an English sheepdog?
the Great Pyrenees are fluffy.
Okay.
They look like giant Labrador retrievers.
Awesome.
But yeah, it was so sad. And all the cats, they had so many cats and they were just like you just walk up to the cage and it's like it just wants to play.
heartbreaking.
Oh my god, I was about to cry.
It's sad.
I heard something and who knows if it's true, but I heard it on like a BBC-ish like nature show. But they just said that
Animals don't give a shit if you care for them or not.
yeah, that was on the BBC. The guy's like, animals don't give a shit.
They don't love you.
No, it was like predators and like carnivores usually give like cats and things like that and dogs give birth to like a litter, like a large number of young, because it's just so much harder to be a carnivore. So literally to like save the species, that's why they birth like a litter. And they were saying that, herbivores like elk and shit like that, they pretty much only give birth to like one animal at a time. So
What
it's
about
just
rodents?
I think they were just talking about mammals.
Rodents
but-
are mammals.
No, aren't they?
Rodents are mammals.
Okay. Aren't rodents in a different category to mammals?
No.
I thought they were mammals.
Uh.
But
They're-
also,
they're-
anyways.
rodents will eat meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not saying they wouldn't.
but they're not predators.
Oh, I see.
But I was just saying it's interesting because now that cats,
Wait, I'm
which
sorry, I don't
originally-
believe that. Because what about lions?
they give birth to multiple young.
Yeah, but not like the same as a domesticated cat.
But they have a litter.
But I'm just saying, in general, carnivores give birth to more. But hold on, the whole point is that I'm saying it must be crazy because cats now live in a domesticated life where they're not in as danger as they would be in the wild. So now we just have so many just an insane amount of cats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's just because they're just multiplying eightfold every time. And they're
Yeah, a lot of cats.
Yeah, I don't know if cats are technically in danger in the wild, but maybe what you were saying with like being a predatory animal and finding prey.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just access to food, right?
It's just
Yeah.
harder to
Yeah.
make it work.
Because cats are pretty up there on the food chain.
Mm-hmm. But they're also competing with each other, and if it's overpopulated, then
think about it. There's usually like
But
a
they-
herd of 1,000. Like if you look in Africa, there's like 100,000 wildebeest, and then there's like a few lions here and there. You know what I mean? It's like there's way more of the herbivores than
right,
the carnivore than
Yeah.
like those big cats, those giant.
for sure. That makes sense to me. I believe it.
Take it up with the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, who's sponsoring this episode of
I
Bees
was going to
Company.
make that joke.
Did you want to jump into a feature, a special?
No, what are you jumping into a beacher right away?
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Beach.
I want to talk about that guitar behind you, that Dime Washburn, and the
wanna hear
latest
it?
developments. I just want to know how. So I want you to share with us what you've done to the Dime recently.
What have you done?
It's
What
not
have
that
you
crazy. It's not that crazy. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, sure. I appreciate that. So I've been writing songs in C# standard. Not necessarily for Beekeeper, just trying different things. So I have two essentially working guitars that I have access to, an Ibanez, which is not here, and that Dime guitar. And what I had was that Dime guitar was in standard, and I put some real thin strings, 38 to 8. Just like,
Jesus.
but it's great. It's great because what I did, I did that because I'm like playing a bunch of Iron Maiden and I'm doing a lot of Iron Maiden solos, and it's like you can't bend. It's so hard to bend if you have like thick string. I need to be able to bend and do all my stuff, especially
Is
because
the
I'm not like
action really
great-
high?
Oh, dude! In a second, I'm gonna show you this thing. This thing is cherried, but it was in standard for a while. Always stayed in tune. I literally took the tuning locks off, but it just stayed in tune so well. I just kept them off. It's great. So that was in standard, and the other guitar, the Ibanez, that's a fixed bridge. This is a Floyd Rose. That I will use for my lessons. I take it around. This one doesn't really leave the house. And that one I would be in standard for my lessons, and then I detune it to C sharp for all the new C sharp stuff I'm writing. And I realized, I was like, you know what I should do? I should change the dime bag guitar to C sharp. And that way I could just keep the other one in standard and keep this one in C sharp. So I got some new strings. I put some 46s on there.
To tune to C sharp standard.
Yeah, it feels good. And then I adjusted the springs. Now, like I got the action here. I'll show you, but the action is fucking rad, and also the Floyd Rose is like perfectly straight.
Great.
Give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Or actually, should I, for the time
Just
being?
do it, because I need to take one of my layers off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wally, entertain us.
For the listener, Allie and Dylan are both off mic, and I'm here to say that we so appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us here at Bees Company, even when we're walking away from the microphone or wheezing into it or burping or bumping it. You know, you keep listening, and gosh, it really just means the world to us. So thanks for listening to Bees Company, and we're back. And
right.
We're excited to see the action on Dylan's guitar.
Okay, so
This so far is going great.
Did I bump this too high?
You bumped it.
bump it.
Bump it.
Bump it.
Too high.
Okay, so if you can see here,
Yeah.
the Floyd Rose is like perfectly
Flat.
straight,
Nice.
perfectly flat.
Note the skull knobs, which I love.
And then the action is just like
Butter.
a millimeter all the way up the guitar.
Did you measure it?
I mean, I'm just looking. Like it's just great. Like it just feels like a dream.
Great.
Well, that's great. Nicely done.
Do we want to hear it, or am I going to put this away?
No,
I
please.
think we're good. I did think it was interesting, the string gauge choice for the tuning. But I was impressed you were able to get the guitar set up nicely.
Yeah, good job.
And yeah, that's awesome, man.
Thank you very much.
Learning new skills.
I just looked up real quick what Adrian Smith uses in Iron Maiden. He uses
while
gauge
he's
9
doing that-
strings.
Oh, okay.
He uses gauge 9 strings and has his action set slightly higher than average, it says.
But what is his E? Like low E?
Let's see here. Is this
Because
correct?
9 is usually 9 to 42.
It looks like 9 to 46. No, I don't know that it's normally 42. Normally 46 to 10, I believe, is what Allie and I use. Is that right, Allie? 46
Yeah.
to 10? And so 46 to 9 is a slightly lighter top with the 46 being long, and that's for standard E. So it's interesting then for you to be at 32 on your low E.
Dude, it's not. It's literally one size smaller than normal. It's literally just one size smaller.
I used to use those strings.
Because look, these are what I put. These are what I have on my standard guitar now, and these are 42 to 9. So essentially, I use the exact same as Adrian Smith on the high strings because I need to bend.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and
pretty much
I
use
would
Adrian
actually, I would be
Smith.
down. I would be down for a 46 to 9. I've never seen that.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting because 42 to 9 makes a bit more sense. I thought you had said something in the 30s, so I thought it was...
Well, when I initially had these, I had 38 to 8.
That was what I was remarking on.
Which wasn't like how I want it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I had seen some interesting footage from Nick Beato, or he says Nick Beato, sorry, and it was they like essentially put the same guitar, same amp through a bunch all the same settings in a recording studio, but they just changed out the string size.
Yeah.
And you actually you can hear just from hearing the notes, like you can really hear how a lot of the low, like you can just hear how a lot of the low end kind of actually goes away with the really, really thick strings, and the thin strings actually, you're actually able to get like a better, truer low end. And I thought it was interesting, and I heard it for myself. So I gave it a shot. I was like, all right, well then I'll put this in standard. and I was like, let's try some really fucking thin strings and let's have some fun. Let's have an experiment.
And are you having fun?
I'm having
What
a great
is
time.
not?
I'm also gonna put this away.
Great. Thanks for sharing. Allie, why are you making that terrifying face? That is so scary. What are you doing? Oh, wait, is that Slipknot? I push my fingers into my eye.
It's the only way
That slowly stops the ache. I'm
just tired.
I'm not gonna make it. Rant, red ant, scream. Beep. So, while we're on the topic of gauge, what pick gauge are you using, Dylan?
Oh, nice. Here, I'll show you. I guess I sort of go back and forth, I guess.
Really?
I go back.
thought you had sort of like a go-to. Don't you use the blues? The blue?
Yeah, I have the blues. This is a blue. This is a T3 by Dunlop. It's essentially the size of a normal pick, but it has the tip of a jazz pick.
The Sharpie. Or not a... Yeah, I see.
It's not
Yep.
sharp. I call it the
Right, right.
interstate.
The interstate?
Yeah, because it looks like the interstate.
Oh, I see.
Symbol.
Gotcha. And
You know.
that's what thickness? What gauge is that?
That's 1 millimeter. But I also like every now and but the green, the .88, like those are cool too. Either are fine.
I just think it's interesting. Allie, you use jazz... What?
I use the
What?
.88.
Oh yeah, this is
you
your
use
pick.
the sharp .88. That's what you... Stolen! Thief!
Get out of me!
And then I use the 78, the yellow
Yeah.
guy, and I use the Jazz 3 version, or the XL Jazz 3s of those, which is just funny. And then I like thicker strings.
Which is this shape,
Correct.
but slightly
yellow.
thinner.
Yeah, just the next step down from that. So it's just funny, because it's like I like thick strings, but I like a light pick. You like light strings, but you like a thick pick.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
interesting how that, in a way it kind of balances out in a resistance way. I mean, perhaps it's not 1-to-1, but it's just kind of interesting that we have those kind of yin and yang preferences.
I guess, I mean, I feel like the one sort of doesn't really have to do with the other. Like, I like a thicker pick because I don't have to, like, squeeze it so hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's just easier for me to, like, just do the motion. I feel like a thin pick, you have to, like, really fucking hold on to that thing. And it's like, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
I feel like with a thinner pick, I can dig in more and express myself on the string the way that I like.
That's
With
funny.
a thick pick, I find I'm kind of locked into a dynamic range of if that string has been hit by that pick, it's at 100, you
Yeah.
know? And so I like that sort of like being able to play with how the pick hits the string. Not to say that you guys don't have dynamics
Yeah, I just hit
in
it
your string.
softer.
Right. So that's just how I've evolved to use it, But I do think that thick picks allow you to be more precise in a way,
Yeah.
And that's why maybe I'm not a very precise player.
And there's also, for me, it's like if the pick is going to be moving a little bit, then there's like something there's like an action or like something that I'm not controlling in between me and the string. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you're
But it's
getting
like
that
when
in
I'm
the
holding the-
thinness
when
of
I'm
string,
holding-
I would say.
Well, but I'm saying like when I'm holding a pick and I'm not worrying about it bending, then I can completely control exactly the way the pick interacts with the string. But if it's bending, then it's like the pick is going to be moving on its own a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like I'd rather just have all the control.
If you're looking at the green one to the yellow one, it's a very minute difference between the two. If you're like digging, for example, you're doing like a fast tremolo or something. It's not like the yellow is like fully paper bending, underneath the tension of the string. And like I would argue that the string that you're hitting has more bend to it. So as your pick connects, so the string has that other looseness that the pick has on my end. You know what I mean? So it's like there's still something in there that's giving, in the battle of the two immovable objects,
I mean, sure, but it's like when I'm hitting a drum, I'm just worried about my interaction with the stick. You know what I mean? Like I'm not worried about the drum. You know what I mean? Like as long as I can hold the stick properly, you know, it's like if the stick could like bend a little bit, you know what I mean? Like that, you know, that would freak me out.
I don't know that that's necessary. I mean, that's not an analogy I relate to, so it's difficult for me to understand. But you know, I would be like, but you do worry about the skins on your toms. You know, you worry about the the shells, and there's a million other things to worry about. But anyways, I just thought it was interesting that balance. You know, it's like just we just have different preferences, and I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's like whatever thing I'm holding in my hand, I need to be able to completely control.
Mm-hmm. But you use light sticks. You don't use heavy sticks.
Yeah, I do.
You use light sticks.
I only use oak. No, that's not true. I only use oak, which is way more dense than anything. My sticks are heavy. They're not light at all.
I mean, not compared to like, I mean, maybe this is an extreme example, but like a Vinnie Paul or whatever, those like thick, chunky sticks. You know, it's like you don't.
I mean, those are like
thin
I mean,
sticks.
that's like those are like marching band sticks. That's not even like on the spectrum of like.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I use heavy, and also mine are extra
hard
long,
sticks.
Too.
Oh, okay, interesting. I guess I didn't know that. What do you think, Allie?
Yeah, why do you like the sharp?
I don't know. It's actually funny because I was just thinking I've never tried a .78. Wait, is it .78, the yellow ones?
I think so.
I've never had a pointy .78. I've just used the pointy. Well,
I feel like if it's the pick is too thin, it can't be too pointy. Otherwise, it'll like be too weak.
yeah, but then I was trying to think of what the thickness of the. I keep wanting to say Jeff Hanneman because of your
the
shirt.
James Hetfield.
Yeah, the James Hetfield picks.
Those are like maybe 1.12.
Yeah, that's
those are like
those
that
feel
equivalent
like
of like a purple.
Yeah, I think those are thickies.
Oh. Okay, well, I did used to like the purples, so maybe.
Yeah.
I
Which
don't
is-
know.
And the purple is under blue or over blue, like thicker than or less thick.
It's thicker than blue.
Thicker than blue. The name of
I
this
don't have a
podcast.
problem with purple, but I feel like it's like blue is like hard enough.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
just
like crazy to
referring
me.
to them with the colors.
Yeah, whatever.
More
That's
of a
what most people do.
green gal.
I'm a yellow
Green,
guy.
blue.
Aquamarine.
Yeah, you are
kind of-
yellow.
Pointy
I'm
green.
yeller. Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
funny. And Dylan, you found out something recently about the pickup on that dime, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the you said it's the Chuck Schuldiner.
The DiMarzio X2N, which is what Chuck Schuldiner used to use from Death.
Sweet.
Which is cool. And the neck pickup is a PAF, which also made by DiMarzio, which is a really cool neck pickup. It's a great guitar.
Yeah, there's a good pups in there.
For some history, that was my first electric guitar back there. And I bought it on eBay back in 2000 or something like that. And I absolutely love that guitar. I used it for a long time through my bands, and then I eventually got an Ibanez RG and kept with the Super Strat style basically for every other guitar that I bought.
I remember the first time I think I had only been to your place once in LA, but when we visited, I remember the dime bag was like on your wall or something.
Prominently displayed.
Yeah. And then I had that guitar for a while.
Like that
I
one?
bought it off you.
Really? I don't even remember that.
The dime? I had it for years.
I guess I remember that now, yeah. And so
and
what?
then I think I gave it back to you.
Uh-huh.
And then
I gave it to
you-
Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Dylan seems to be getting the most use out of it and giving it the most care of anyone who's had it in the past 10 years,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Definitely.
So, that's great. And
I play
Allie,
every day.
that's great. I wish I played every day. Whenever you tell me that, I'm always like, damn, that's so admirable. Allie, am I right in remembering that you use super distortion pickups on your guitars, on your Xiphos? Or is it...
No. I have a super
Deactivators.
distortion. Yeah, I have deactivators. I have a super
Deactivators.
distortion in my
Ironbird?
Ironbird.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the deactivators, is that also DiMarzio?
Yeah.
Cool.
I exclusively play DiMarzio. It's just easier.
Are the super distortions also
Mhm.
DiMarzio? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I have a mess of pickups that I use. None of them are the same. But I want to fix that. We don't have to talk about that. I feel like now that I'm talking about it, I feel like it's boring. I was just more interested in what you guys use.
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, it's also the listener might find interesting is that my guitar amp over here that I use mainly is the Marshall 150H, which used to be Allie's, which was the very first
I think
beekeeper
it still is
head.
mine.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's yours. Fine, come get it. I'll throw it out on the lawn.
Wow.
I'm going to repo it in like 10 years.
Oh, Dylan froze.
Did I?
Oh, no. You okay? Oh, we're back. And we're back.
Sorry. There was a fly.
That sounded so funny over here, Allie. So what were you going to say? The 150H by Marshall that used to be Allie's and now still is Allie's, but you have it, and maybe you'll throw it out on the lawn. But what were you going to say about it?
I just that's the amp. It's literally just next to my desk. That's the amp I plug into every day.
Cool.
Still getting used. Still
Cool.
Still going strong.
You know something funny? I recently bought new. Do you know what? Or how about this, Dylan? What does this mean to you? Gruv gear.
Nothing.
Allie, what does Gruv gear mean to you?
Nothing, but it reminds me of like the British slang word like bruv.
Hello, Gruv.
No, like bruv.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
But also, yeah, like
So mad.
gruv, like govna. I don't know.
Gruvna. What if I
Hello,
said?
Gruvna.
What if I said, Allie, that you own something from Gruv Gear and use it in your rig?
Gruv gear.
Gruv Gear. You use it in your rig. Gruv Gear.
The thing on the neck thing.
You got anything
The
else
neck-
closer to the actual
Scrunchie.
thing that it is?
The
Neck scrunchie. I'll
thingy.
take neck scrunchie. That's correct. It's the string dampener
Yeah.
that people use. Fret wrap is what it's called. And we use it a lot in the studio, particularly to just silence strings that weren't in use so that there wasn't other shit ringing out when we were trying to play. But we use it
Allie?
in the way that a lot of people use it. Well, me too, when I was playing on bass. But normally we just keep it back there by our nut just to keep a wrangle on overtones and extra strings ringing out and stuff. The reason I bring it up is because I recently bought 2 new Gruv Gear fret wraps because mine were like stretched out and like not doing very well. And so I got new ones and they're leather. Or at least they look leather. They're pretty cool looking.
But it's still like felt that's touching the strings.
Yeah, so the inside is still basically the same, but it's
Yeah.
like fully black on top and it's not fabric, or it is, but
Yeah.
it's like a, not like cotton or whatever.
I think it was like neoprene.
Or yeah, neoprene. And the V on yours is white, and on this one it's just black, which I kind of like.
Fancy.
But it's also like tighter than the other ones. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. And in purchasing something from Gruv Gear, they were like, "Hey, give us your phone number, and we'll just every now and again we'll
Call
shoot
you
you a
every
text
day."
or something like that."
Yeah.
And they are now texting me all the time, deals and stuff.
Terrible.
Also, I'm trying to talk through this, but you guys are both frozen. So
You're
I don't even know if
frozen.
this is still working,
Motherfucker.
or if anyone can hear my story. And
Everyone's
now
hearing-
I am
I-
feeling
you-
very alone.
Your talking never stopped.
Yep, it's totally.
Can you
still.
hear me?
Possibly.
Can
Are you guys
hear me,
there?
I
Dylan?
can hear everybody.
No.
Okay, so
'Cause I still
Wally's
see it
the
here.
He's the odd man
Cut.
out.
Oh no.
yeah. Well.
Jesus.
Wait, now Dylan's frozen. Okay, not anymore.
God. What
What'd you do?
happens?
I don't know,
don't
but your
know.
audio is terrible.
Mine?
Yeah. It sounds like you're outside.
Oh, hold on.
Or there's
It's
a
like-
fan on.
How about
There we
now?
go.
Okay.
That sounds
That's
good.
better.
gosh, it went haywire. I was already telling my story, and then you both were like,
But also, even Wally, when you were freaking out, I could hear everything you were saying.
okay,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know if I
could
was
both hear
freaking
you.
out. Cool. Well, I'm glad.
Even when you were
Everything's
having
a
a
mess.
total fit.
Even when I was having
Yeah.
a meltdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, Gruv gear.
Wait.
Oh, but
so
Wally,
is,
why did you think I would know what that is?
You didn't.
No, but you're like, Dylan, does this mean, like, what does this mean to you?
Yeah, what does Gruv gear mean to you? You didn't know. Neither did Allie. That's
No,
the
but
brand name.
I was just like,
But I guessed it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I guessed.
You're right. It did mean eventually something to you. I
Oh
was just
yeah.
seeing if
I
you
guess
guys
it
knew
didn't.
the
It
name.
didn't,
I didn't
no.
know the name until I looked
yeah.
it up. So I was just, it wasn't any judgment or anything
What
like
else
that.
do they
job,
make?
Gruv.
Huh?
What else do they make?
They make a ton of shit actually. They make like
straps.
luggage, like backpacks
Really?
and shit like that. Like not like
For like gigging?
yeah, exactly. Or just like tech bags and stuff like that.
Cool.
And they make a bunch of different fret wraps, and they have some that are like, they have like all cool colors and stuff. Yeah. There was actually a bunch of cool stuff on there. But I just got those.
You got
I
a
those
promo
new
code,
fret
bro?
wraps. I mean, they're sending me texts all the time. I probably do have some 15%
You should text them back.
off or
Just
something.
be like, hey, I got a podcast with my band. Like, you want to sponsor us?
Sure, I'll see if that works.
And then
Should
we
I do
can
it
make
right now?
the we
Should I
can
do
make
it on
their
the pod.
yeah.
Let me
They're
see
gonna
if
be
I
like,
can
Yeah.
stop.
Let's see if I
Do
can
it.
find it. All right,
Do
I'm
it
gonna
on-
do it
do
right
it on
now. Here we go.
speaker.
Let's see if I can. No, I'm not calling them.
No call. Oh my
Call.
God, call.
I'm not gonna
They'll
call
answer.
them. It's
It's
an
late.
833 number. But look at this.
Is that a video? Oh wow, that's very advanced.
Yeah. And it's like, there's like. It's like,
Dear
dude.
God.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? So Gruv Gear, I'm down for that sponsorship, but don't light me up like this.
but also,
yeah, they're
like
harassing
they
you.
told you, but did they
Yeah, they
not
told me
tell
the
you they were
risks.
going to do that when they were like,
I didn't know it was
Give us
gonna
your
be,
phone number.
I didn't know it was going to be every day or whatever it is. It's much more frequent than I expected. I expected 3 times a year. You get like a Black Friday one. You get like a, whatever.
Pretty much any music retailer is like nonstop.
I mean, I get it. Look, we're talking about it, so you
do
win
it
this
some
one.
night.
You win this one, Gruv Gear. But also, if anyone is curious, we right now, Beast Company is offering a promo code for Gruv Gear, 20% off site wide if you use the code PRES20. It
we're
ends
not getting
tonight,
anything out of
and this was on Tuesday, so never mind.
also ends tonight. We're not putting this out tonight.
Here, let me
Yeah,
pull up,
well, either way, we're way beyond.
let me
this
pull
was on
up
a Saturday and
Groupon,
ended on
and
Tuesday. Okay.
and I can say some
All
stuff.
right. I'm texting them. Will you sponsor, or should I hold it do like this? Hi. We have a podcast, comma.
We're a band. We
We
Or why don't you just text them our link tree with the words "you in"?
sponsor
all right.
Bruv.
So yeah.
Gruv?
How about Gruv sponsors a Bruv? How about please see a Bruv? Hold on, I'm getting the link tree, which the listener can find. Oh, it's just linktr.ee/beekeeper metal.
I
So
hope
we're
they.
going
I ho-
linktree. Oh, linktree.ee/
Oh, and that's good because at the top of the link tree is our most recent Beast Company.
Beekeeper metal.
Oh, nice.
So they'll see right. They'll be
You
like, oh,
in?
these are our guys.
Okay, so this is what we want.
No, say sponsorship, partnership, Bruv.
You want me to say sponsorship, partnership, Gruv, bruv?
Gruv.
Yeah.
Sponsorship, partnership, Gruv, bruv?
I feel like that's similar to like you want us, snarf.
Yeah, I was just
What
thinking
is that?
Snarf.
I know it
from,
from What You Do in Lion-O, Snarf from
the cat.
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oh, that makes sense because I've never seen that. So
Oh, really?
Well, they make a reference to it in Family Guy, which is where I
we
think
go.
you know it from. It's
Probably.
what you doing, Lion-O? Snarf, snarf. Which is
what
a
are you saying,
reference.
Lion-O?
Yeah. The guy from Thundercats' name is Lion-O.
That's a really funny name.
This is from the 80s.
Thundercats is good.
Lion-O.
Yeah, Thundercats is great. Also, I said
Yeah.
Thundercrats.
Thunder crap.
You're just
Those are
another
the
Thundercrat.
thunder. Yeah, those Thundercrats in
They're-
Hollywood,
What?
like
Democrats.
Yeah. Oh, I okay.
Oh,
I was thinking of like aristocrats.
okay.
Or aristocrats.
Anyways, Linktree/Beekeeper Metal. You in?
Just say wanna sponsor our next podcast. We're
Wanna
in a metal band,
sponsor
and
our
we use
next
your fret
podcast?
wraps.
We are
And throw-
in a metal band and use your fret wraps. You in?
And they're gonna reply, "Stop."
And then I'm going to reply, stop, or no. Or I'm going to reply, you've been unsubscribed from this. All right, want to sponsor our next
perfect
podcast? We are in a metal band and use your fret wraps. You in? And I've included the
it.
link tree. Send. I'm in trouble. Oh, something buzzed.
Please.
Oh,
do
they
not
responded.
respond.
Gruv Gear.
Already?
Hi. If you need additional help, please text service or reach us at customercare@gruvgear.com. Text stop to opt out.
Of course.
I'll just text them
Is
again.
there a number?
in a
Did
couple
they
of
say there's a
days.
number you can call?
No.
Well, just copy that text
Mm-hmm. And text it
and
back.
text
to
You're
it
them.
gonna
to the
go
other number they
further
gave you.
to customer service. It's not
an
a customer,
email.
but it's
You-
customer service.
It's customer service. So you want me to copy this message and send an email to customercare@gruvgear.com?
I feel like if you're
No.
actually gonna go through with this, if we actually want to go
Uh-huh.
through with this, then we could contact their like PR or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I think this is a good example of how not to ask for a sponsorship from a company.
So there's
Yeah, but-
not just some guy on the other end of that.
Right, I think that's what we've determined. They won't just chat with us,
Shocking.
unfortunately. Yeah. They have the technology.
Here's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll write a better email, and then we'll send them this episode of where we're talking about them for 25 straight minutes
Yeah. A huge Gruv Gear.
and how we
yeah.
want to be partnered with them, and then they'll be like,
What's that? Are they
Fuck
playing
off,
Are they
guys.
playing the piano?
them replying to us. Yeah, they'll be like,
No, thank you. Please do not contact us again.
Or mention us in your terrible podcast. All right. Well, I was just curious if you guys remembered good old Gruv Gear.
I'm never gonna forget now. Ask me next time.
All right. I will. We'll be back with more Beast Company after this.
Hey, it's Allie, and we got new merch. Introducing the Beefame. Aww. Limited edition, we got 50 in stock. So get yours today at beekeepermetal.com.
And we're back. This is Beast Company. Thanks for joining us yet again for a new edition.
sweet. I had something to talk about. So last night, I jammed with my roommate John's band, Endless Nameless, at the studio. And it's like I would describe it as like a hardcore punk, anarcho kind of, or maybe not anarcho, I don't know. It's
Crust?
crust, I guess.
Crust?
A lot of blast. I don't know. I have no idea. It's punk and it's hard. I do a lot of like, and also I do a lot of like blast beats and a lot of D beats, and it's very fast. But what happened was I always jam with them in the living room on the electronic kit, just because like their gear's here, and you know our studio only has limited space, and it's they have to like bring their amps in, and, it's a whole thing. So last night we were only able to jam. There's two guitars, but last night we were only able to jam one guitar and one bass. So I was like, hey, we should go to my studio because then my roommate John could practice the vocals. So Allie graciously lended the 6505, and
I had no
Steve.
choice.
You could have said no. And then then Steve used Wally's bass rig. But what's funny is that I always play on the electronic kit, and the electronic kit is so much easier to play just physically. Like, it's less taxing. I could just be like doing these blast beats, and everything's just right in front of me, and
Yeah.
it's an electronic kit, so you don't want to hit it too hard, and you could just set the levels, and it's so easy. So last night I was like, all right, this will be fun. You get to play on the big kit. I was sweating so much. It was such hard work on my actual kit. I played the first song and I was like, oh, Jesus. And I had to think of all the. I was like, wait, now I have all these drums, and it wasn't as easy, and I was dying. It's just straight blasting for 4 minutes. I mean, not straight blasting, but my right hand just never ever stops, and it was hell.
So it's harder than Beekeeper or Fermenter at this point. As far as stamina is concerned, not arrangementally or the orchestration or anything necessarily, but just for you to physically do it is tougher. It sounds like.
Maybe he just wasn't used to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
a culture shock.
Because it was the way I would describe it is it was the equivalent of playing a show, playing these songs, because we just
How
played
many
them
songs?
through. 7. But I just mean every time I played it, it's either it's if we're playing a Beekeeper song in the studio or or Fermenter songs, if we're just playing the full songs and we're just running through them,
Right.
That's the
pretty tough. Yeah.
But I was just and that's how it is. But I was just so used to playing on the electric kit.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh, these songs are just a breeze.
Yeah.
And then I was just
That's funny. But also, you guys are recording soon, Endless Nameless, or at least in April, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
cool.
record at a little place called Sun6 Studio.
That's right. It'll be here.
But that'll be
soon
fun.
enough. Yes. Last night I went.
Jesus.
And I come down, and I feel left out.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Is that the Is that the Strokes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Moving on.
I'm trying to find another way to say last night instead of last night, so it doesn't.
I
happen
won't
again.
say. I won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I went to a screening of the movie Sign Man that I wrote the music for with Michael up at the Oceanside International Film Festival. And it was
cool.
super cool. And, Dylan and I went to see it up in L.A., and that was very cool. But it was sort of more of a performance theater, And this really felt like a movie theater. It was really cool. And it is also a performance theater, but it was a much bigger screen and proper seats and so like rows of movie seats.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Also, they invited me to go up on stage with them afterwards and have a Q&A.
Oh, wow.
With the creators and the cinematographer, which I was totally unprepared for. But it was cool.
Were there questions about the music?
A little bit. I think people weren't, the interviewers who were the organizer and this other guy, I think the MC or whatever, I think had only anticipated asking questions of Luke and Ruben, the creators of the film. And so then I was just sort of there and they didn't really have a question to direct to me, but thankfully they threw to the audience, and then the audience had some questions and they asked me
Cool.
about which was my favorite scene to write the music for. And I chose the big climax scene, which was my favorite, musical part, although I have a lot of favorite parts in it. I also got to meet a bunch of people who were in the movie and got to be oh, I've been seeing your face, hundreds of times as I've worked on this, and I finally get to talk to you. And
Oh, you didn't meet them at the screening in LA?
no, because a lot of them are in San Diego.
Oh, they just didn't.
Yeah, and they didn't go. I mean, some people went up, but not everyone.
Yeah. Oh, for
And even the cinematographer, I had not met until I was sitting on stage with him last night. She said, and it was really cool and a great time. So that was cool. I think that's the last time they'll do a screening of it, but you can watch it on YouTube now, and you can listen to the score.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can watch Sign Man on YouTube. You can listen to the score on YouTube, and you can find it on Spotify and all the like platforms and stuff too. And Dylan's on a song on there. We did a cover, and Dylan played drums and some percussion on that for us. And then a bunch of the songs also were I co-wrote with Michael Uribe from Trash Axis and Birth Waters. So a little plug there.
Cool.
But it was really fun. Yeah.
It's fun.
That sounds fun.
Wally, I feel like you said on like Facebook or something, I'm excited to see it in a big theater or like on the big screen, like for real this time or something like that. And I remember being like confused because I was like, we saw it in the theater, and then I realized, I guess it was a smaller theater. But my memory of seeing that movie, which by the way, I fucking loved that movie. But I don't need my memory of it was as if I saw it in the big screen.
Yeah. Totally. And I think even my post was not so much about it being on the big screen as it was being in the city. So that it was like it was playing in my town. It wasn't in LA. You know what I mean? So that was the distinction that I thought was kind of cool. Although Lauren was very quick to remind me that Oceanside isn't technically San Diego, which reminded me. Yeah. Which is fair. It's fair.
These are my people.
It reminded me of when I am very particular about when we play like Pasadena and being like, well, it's not really LA. And it's like, well, it kind of is,
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, that was the only sort of distinction between that and LA. And frankly, they were both really cool for different reasons. And like LA had a really cool vibe, and it was also the first time that we saw it there. So it was the first time we were all seeing it, at least like, screened, and there was like a cool bar and stuff. So that was like a very, and like getting out of the city, it's like feels like a big event, and there was like a red carpet and shit, So this is a little more cash in that sense. But the crowd was really stoked and like laughing at all the parts, and like it was very like engaged. People like hooting and hollering and stuff. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, Dylan and I played a couple of shows with Fermenter a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week? 2 weeks ago now?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played at the Poorhouse in Oceanside.
Also in Oceanside.
The city of San Diego.
It was like down the street from where I was last night, which was funny.
Our people.
Right. It's here in my town.
And then the Metal Assault anniversary show. Did we not talk about that show last week?
We did not.
Last week.
Oh, okay.
Last podcast, because we just met up.
Every last podcast is last week.
You told me about it,
Yeah.
Dylan, over the phone.
But yeah, it was the first time Dylan and I actually drove together, only us, to play a show. It was the first time since 2008 that we have ever done that, and that's fucking crazy to me. We've always gone in separate cars, or like, we've traveled together with Beekeeper and stuff, but there was this, always this other person around.
This terrible energy that was just bringing everything down.
But it was cool. We got to do a road trip, and it was, fun getting out to Palmdale, and it was a really cool like venue, like a really huge room, and the sound's pretty good, and like it was really fun. And they multi-track record our whole set, so they send us stems and like
cool.
2 shots of video.
What?
Yeah, it was like so legit,
Oh, nice.
I was
didn't
really
know
impressed. And they like had their own photographer plus like a bunch of photographers that were there, so we got like 1 million pictures. Yeah, it was fun.
That's awesome.
Dylan, I don't know if I told you this, but did you know that I was hassled by security there?
You tell me what happened. I'll tell you
did?
if you were hassled.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
saying you tell me what
I see.
happened,
Okay.
and I'll tell you if you were hassled.
No, it was my fault. But what had happened was,
Story's already crumbling.
no, I I just wanted to set it up with a dramatic intro, but then the reality is, the band before
I
us,
stepped on his toe.
the band before us was Bone Maggot, and they were performing,
Yeah.
and I was outside warming up, and I had my, all my stuff was inside except for this one guitar, and so I like finished warming up and like was gonna come in. And so I like was walking with my guitar to like the side entrance where we were like loading stuff. And the guy's like, "Sorry, dude, like you can't load anything in right now." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so then I just like walked to the front entrance and just went in the front entrance and was like walking in with my stuff. And then that security guard and another security guard ran up to me and were like, "Hey man, when he said that you can't load anything in right now, he meant don't load anything in right now." And I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Like that makes total sense." Like I was just like, I just
That
sort of,
doesn't
like,
make sense. That does not make any sense.
Well, I was just like, I had one track mind of like, I'm playing. I was like, I'm about to play, and I just needed to bring my guitar in. I didn't think it was, a big disruption or anything. And
It's not.
but I think there was some other sort of like logistic, like maybe they're just trying to monitor people's stuff, make sure people.
I think
aren't,
it's
like,
a
walking around with
semantics
gear.
thing.
Perhaps.
Well, what happened was someone told him, don't let the bands load in
Yeah.
while someone's
Like
playing.
no
but then,
gear is to come
then-
through the door.
But then that person never like put that into a context.
Yeah.
of like
They're just like,
humanity.
someone told, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that I was.
It's like you're
right before
holding
we're
a
about to play.
microphone
Yeah.
and they're like, no, whoa. No gear right now.
Yeah. I have like my pick in my pocket. They're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
They pat you down.
what the hell is this?
Sir, I found this.
Please explain.
Smells fresh."
Yeah.
But
also,
I-
we love those people at Transplant.
No, and literally it was like that was not even, that was not really anything. It was just a weird moment, and I just felt
Yeah.
sort of bad that I had even put them in a position where they had to like chase after someone, and then I felt sort of like embarrassed, and like also I was like about to go on stage, so I was like nervous, and like I was like a part of me was like a little pissed, and I wanted to like give him like some pushback, but I was like the image of me being like dragged out right before our set would like flash through my head, and I was like, I'm not gonna like play with that anyways. We don't have to keep this in if you guys don't like it, but I just thought it was
No,
a funny,
I love
funny
it.
anecdote.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You seem like I don't know. Something.
I'm
You
listening to
shouldn't
you.
feel bad. You shouldn't feel bad. I mean,
Yeah.
you could have just been like, I'm about to go on. Like, it's
Yeah.
just a guitar. It's my guitar. Like,
That's all those things are what I said. I was like, I'm about to play. I just needed to take this in. It was my last thing. Like I was trying to be low key, or whatever. And
and then they were like,
yeah, just
I
don't load
would have said, hey, actually,
Wait, so-
I have to bring this guitar in because I just picked it up from your mama's house.
yeah, that's like I love that. I wish I had.
but did they let you in or did you have to wait?
Well, I was already like halfway into the club at that point, and so it was like I just kept.
No, I'm not rolling my eyes at the
No,
club.
but both of you reacted in a really funny way.
I am.
Yeah. No, I was halfway into the venue at that point, and so then they literally had to like jog to catch up to me, and then I just kept walking after the altercation and played a great.
You're not allowed
show.
to say altercation.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like, what do? You just go like,
I was sort of just like, I'm sorry. I need to be here. Like
here we are.
Is
Yeah,
this an
yeah.
altercation? Hey, you can't bring that inside. Oh, I'm about to play actually. So boop 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 boop. Is that's an
Well,
altercation?
that'd be like it's more like, hey, you can't do that. And it's like, oh well, I have to do it. I have my guitar and I'm just about to play. And they're like, yeah, well, don't bring it in anymore. Don't load in during the other bands. And it's like, oh, okay, bye.
I like the hand puppet.
Yeah, this is fun. We should do this more. Yeah, no, altercation is an exaggeration for sure. Conversation is really what occurred. But it did frazzle me a little bit right before we played. Also, then like originally I was gonna be like splitting my amps, and then we like got on stage and the guy's like, "Hey, so you're gonna be like only on this side, right?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so then the last second I like shifted.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
know, because Fermenter, we're always both side by side at the front of the stage, and the guy, the sound guy, told me, he's like, because of the chords and the way everything's weaved through, he's like, we can't not have the drums in the middle in the way back. So I was sort of behind. That was the only downside.
that was
'Cause I used
also,
that-
a little weird.
Yeah, I used the
So-
house kit, which was
Yeah.
great to play, but it was a little
So
different of a setup.
Yeah.
don't rely on a house kit.
Well, no,
for-
the kit was fine. Really, it was just sort of like because either
Well,
way.
you couldn't move it.
But even the mics
I
on
mean,
it
if
would
I
have
had
been
my
paid
own
to
kit,
move.
he still would have said because
Yeah.
of the cables, I can't have you go.
Yeah,
over
exactly.
Oh,
So
I
it's just
see.
regardless.
I thought
It was great to
because
use the kit.
It was like everything was
But
like
I literally
backlined.
considered just saying, fine, don't mic me, just plug my triggers in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I should have done that.
Well, now it's good because of that multi-track, and for other reasons, it's nice to have it all mic'd up. And apparently the mix was good, so that's what's most important.
So you're gonna get it soon?
We already have it.
We have it.
Yeah.
He just
Okay.
hasn't listened to it.
No, I did. I sent you the cut of it.
Then why is it
why'd you say
Why
apparently?
apparently?
Yeah.
Apparently, what?
You're like,
Oh,
apparently
no,
it
I
sounds
know what I
good.
meant by that.
Word
Apparently,
on the street.
Apparently, in the room, it sounded good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The mix is pretty good. It was a quick mix, as they said it. So what they sent us is a quick mix plus the stems, so we could do a more polished mix. But also
Yeah.
my tone, there was something fucked up, and it didn't sound right. And I think because then it was funny because I was at this studio the other day and I was like, oh, there's something weird on my EQ pedal, and I was like, oh, it's like a little boosted. So I think I was accidentally hitting the front end of my amp too hard at that show. So it sounds really grindy, and I'm not a fan of how it sounded at the time. So I have half of mine to remix it, but it's also probably not worth it. But I did a cut of it, and if Dylan approves it, then it'll see the light of day.
Cool.
The angles are a little odd on the stage because you kind of just see us, so you don't you know what I mean? It's it's
Yeah.
not centered on us. But yeah, it was cool. Also, Dylan burying the lead.
I don't actually know if it's that cool of a story now because the way it was presented to me was that by Andrew from Metal Assault was that there was a rep there from Orion Cymbals, and there was a booth of Orion Cymbals, and they were supplying all the cymbals for the show. So all the bands that used house kits, the guy would come up to me and be like, "Hey man, what cymbals do you need? What size? Yada yada yada." And it was really cool. So the way it was described to me was that whoever was deemed whoever put on the best show, or whoever was deemed the best drummer, that's how I thought it was, almost as it was like a contest, can walk away with the
A
22-inch Mega Bell Ping Ride, which I played during the show, and it sounds fucking awesome. So I thought it was like a competition for the ride. That's why right before we went on, I went up to Wally and I said, that cymbal is fucking mine. And I fucking played it really hard. And I played a really good show.
He did say
He
that.
cracked it.
Yeah, I said that cymbal's fucking mine because I thought it was a I was like, all right, then I'm gonna
And then he
show
had to buy
everyone
it.
what the fuck's going on. And then I find out the next day, or I guess it was a 2-day show, so I guess technically
Couple days
we played on
later.
the first night. So
Yeah, I found out on Monday, I think.
the morning after the festival is over, Andrew calls me and says, "You won the ride." And I'm like, fuck yeah. So he's got it, and I'm going to get it soon. But then after that, I started seeing that being they kept referring to it as a raffle.
Yeah.
As I won, like as if there was a raffle for the ride, which then makes everything much less cool.
That's great.
But the thing is that, I talked to the guy, the rep after the show, and he was stoked. And then I think a little bit of both. But I mean, I just gotta say, the truth. It wasn't just they were like, "You deserve it. We're giving it to you based on your shit." You know what I mean? It was.
I mean,
so who knows if
yeah.
it.
I always
Yeah.
thought it was a raffle. And so when Andrew messaged us saying, "You won the raffle and the ride is yours," it was no
Did
surprise.
he say you won the raffle?
Yeah. And it was no surprise me.
Pull up the message.
I'm not the only one who has to pull up messages around here.
Well, my phone I'm using for the
remember
Zoom.
Ali earlier? I was like, oh, now Dylan's
Yeah.
phone is out of commish.
I know.
So you did
And
the
I literally-
Levine skin.
Well, but also just trust me that's what it said. Believe me that's what it said. And also the other part of this is I do think that Andrew had mentioned something about Orion possibly being interested in endorsing some artists if they liked them or connected with them. So to me that was sort of that next step, but there was never you're going to win the ride because you're the best drummer at the show. That seems rife with all kinds of issues and
I don't
preferential
think so.
treatment.
No.
Well, it's not, but it is because then you're putting competition between bands on the same label, and it just seems a little odd. So I think it's probably in their best interest just do a raffle in that way, and it's like all the bands
But if
that played
if
have the
there was,
possibility
also,
of winning.
But also,
But
when I was talking to the rep,
just using
when I was talking to the rep, he was like, "All right, man. Like, I hope you put on a good show." And then he said, like, "You know this great drummer from this band?" And I was like, "Yeah," but I don't remember right now the name. He's like, he won the ride. He won the ride at a different show. So like when I was talking to the rep, he was referring to like another like awesome drummer at a show that like went home with it. Like, and he specifically was talking about how good, So
I don't think
knows?
it's like a conflict of interest if there's, well, not conflict of interest, I guess, but I don't think it's unfair in any way if there's a rep from a company that can possibly give you something or sponsor you. If it's multiple bands on one label and they choose to speak to or choose to reward someone who they dig, what's the problem with that? That's just how life works.
Well, first off, I don't think it's about how life works that's the best way to structure this contest. It's more just like it's more diplomatic to say, or democratic, I should say, that it's like, it's just a number. Whoever gets it, it's luck. It doesn't have to do with did you have a great show or is your band the coolest. You know what I mean? It's like it's not about that judgment.
But that's like the show is not based upon this competition. It's just like an extra thing. If there was a representative from a label,
yeah, but that's like the walk, and that's like where the whole thing is a contest.
Well, I'll find out.
I'm just saying if there was if you had played the show and then found out, oh, there's a rep from, XYZ label, and he's going to be scouting tonight, and they might, they might say something, and they're going to say it to Andrew,
Okay.
How is that any different?
Well,
did they announce
that's already,
it like to
the
the
that's
whole
already
world?
sort of the case, because Orion ostensibly was there to see if they wanted to endorse anyone, which would be a
exactly. So what's the
private
problem?
conversation between them and the person they choose to endorse, as opposed to like, and the winner of the best drumming at the show.
They didn't announce that. You're just saying they didn't announce the winner. Did they announce it publicly?
They announced the winner of the raffle. I assume they did the raffle at the show, and the winner was Dylan. Then the raffle being
You're assuming.
the raffle.
I'll find out.
The raffle being all the people who played drums at the show. So every drummer for the 2 days was entered into the raffle. The people that use the Orion symbols got entered into that raffle, which was my understanding of the whole process, which I thought was cool and is cool. And is a more harmless way of structuring that contest.
Who cares about harm?
Well, whatever. I'm just saying I liked that they did it that way. Maybe they'll do it the other way at a different time. But my understanding through all of this was that it was just going to be a raffle.
All right. Well, this argument, we're not going to know who's right. So I'll just find out from Andrew. And then on the next episode of Bee's Company, we can find out.
Yeah, and apologize to me for being correct.
What really happened?
We need like a clickbait, like
why
didn't
beekeeper?
Like, did Dylan win the raffle and get sponsored? And then we're like, everyone's face is like,
what was
something.
Well, the other part of this, not related, other than the fact that I also won something.
You did?
I did, but not from the show.
That's not fair. That's
not from the show. I won an Instagram contest. Where I just tagged someone.
What did you win?
I won a Gateways to Annihilation t-shirt. A Morbid Angel shirt.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking awesome, cool. And I'm super stoked on it. And
is it here?
It's in my room. I should have grabbed it. I didn't grab. I know. You can look up Gateways to Annihilation. It's not. It's funny because the company does like tie-dye versions of metal shirts. But this one is not tie-dye, which I was a little bummed because it would be cool if it was tie-dye. But I thought it was great that Dylan and I both won something for once.
Nice.
I have a game.
Okay,
I came up with this game today. There's a couple ways we could play it, but I'm just going to start with the first way. Okay, here's my idea. The game is called Song Tank. It's a pun on Shark Tank. So here's what we're going to do. And I can go first if you want to explain. But what happens is someone's going to come in and pitch a song that exists already as a business proposition. And then the other people are the sharks. And from how you pitch it, me like ask you questions, we have to figure out what the song is.
Oh, I see. So you don't say the name of the song, you're just pitching the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you do it as if you're pitching the song as a business proposition.
You know, we kind of did this. Not
No?
with songs. We did a Shark Tank thing. Don't you remember?
No.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this.
I think
I know,
Well, no,
I'm just saying-
what we did was a switch it and pitch it, which is not the same
Yeah.
as the Shark Tank thing.
That's
Well,
where
it
you're
is
pitching
because-
a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you're actually pitching something that someone's going to choose. You're not pitching something that you're guessing. That's not really pitching if you're pitching a
The
song.
first person to guess what the song is wins the thing.
I know,
can't
but
just-
it's not. I'm
cares?
just
I'll go
saying
first.
it's
It
not
doesn't
really
matter.
pitching it. I'm just saying it doesn't
Some-
really
such
make
a
sense.
semantic
Well,
argument.
watch how I do it, and you'll get it.
No, I
get it.
understand how it
Yeah.
works.
She
I'm
just
just
doesn't like
saying,
the terminologies you're using.
yeah, it's not really Shark Tank. It's like guess what song I'm describing.
No, it is. It's going to be like Shark Tank. Watch, okay? So
It's both.
Do you need how?
It's
what,
both.
What
just
percentage?
watch how I do it.
do
just
you
watch
want?
how I do it,
And at
you'll
what-
see.
At what price?
Okay, so
How many sales have you made?
well, I have to start. I have to walk in. What
All
happens
right,
is
all
the
right. Here we go.
person gives a presentation or like
Yes.
says a little thing, and then the other people ask questions. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the begin scene.
All right. But actually, I was gonna do a song, but that now is a bad idea. So here's what we're gonna do.
Marks wants 10%.
Of his business, of which is a mystery that we have to guess.
Okay. So, anyways, here we go. Thank you for seeing me very much.
I don't know what that means.
So, I have a business proposition that I think you guys would really enjoy. So here's what happens. You know how sometimes there could be like a ghost,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like in your, it's like haunting you and it's giving you a lot of problems. So what I have is I have a device that can put pressure down on this ghost.
So do I
Where-
interrupt when I know what it is? Or do I let you finish your pitch before I guess?
I mean, I guess you can guess right now.
Spirit Crusher?
Yep.
So, but it seems a little unfun for me to interrupt you, so I feel bad I interrupted you. But I was like,
Well,
I
now
felt like
you-
I...
all right. So
Yeah.
all right. Who wants to go now?
I'll go.
Okay.
Thanks so much for seeing me. I have such an amazing idea. It's going to revolutionize how you approach your life. Imagine this, a being in charge of death, okay? So imagine it swoops down and strikes the life from anything that you love or anything else in the entire world. And imagine a world where there was this being that could just take the lives of anything, and imagine then that it was that was the name that people used to call a terrible
Nightcrawler?
murderous.
So is this? Are you selling us a product or a service?
It's a service.
Okay. And what do you?
Well,
do?
it's sort of a title. It's like it's a job. It's a job. Like imagine that someone has this job.
And what company is manufacturing this?
Well, it's not really a manufacturer.
But also, I'm an investor. What am I investing in?
You're investing in. First off, I think we got off on the wrong foot here. I kind of came in here to explain this idea, this concept. Like there are no sales figures, there are no percentages.
Get
it's
out.
like there's just this concept of.
What am I investing in?
Well, so far, what have you gotten from it? Anything? Name two facts or ideas that I've conveyed to you so far.
Well, I said
So far-
Nightcrawler.
So far, you've just been describing some sort of death man,
Yeah.
but I don't know how that sounds like a business.
Okay, does it sound like anything that you've heard of?
Sound like a
Since
song?
you have to guess the thing.
I have no idea.
Really? Even with
all I
the
have
word
is-
you just said?
Yeah.
A death man?
A death man?
That's what you said.
Death man.
Okay, imagine that instead of a man, it's a heavenly being who cast down from the heavens, is now in charge of striking people's souls from their bodies. Still nothing, huh? Okay, imagine then that someone takes poetic license and applies the job title of this being to a historical figure who was actually like a murderous doctor and, did all these terrible
Angel of
experiments.
Death.
Thank you. Jesus, that was painful.
But also,
game
that
is
wasn't
painful.
a business.
I'm just fucking trying to pitch something to you. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Spirit Crusher isn't a business. It's not
I was
anything.
selling a spirit crusher. Like, that was my business. I had like a
An
product.
angel
Like,
of death
that was
can
how
be
I-
a business. It's a fucking
Yeah, an
like
angel of
as
death
much
can
as
be a
an
business.
exterminator can be a business.
Okay.
This is so
Allie,
fun.
You want to go?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to come up with a metal
Oh, I have
song
a
that's
funny one. I have a
also a
funny one.
business that also you can try and convince someone to guess. Let her
I
do
have
it.
one.
Let her do it.
No,
Okay.
just do it.
Well, I'm saying I
Dan,
could do a
just
quick one while
please.
you try to figure it out. 'Cause
She's
this
not
is a
going
little
to think
easy.
of one while you're doing one.
Yeah, I don't have the mental capacity.
No one does.
All right, then I'll wait. It's fine.
Great.
No, I said go.
All right, cool. So, I have an idea. So, I want to sell candy to kids where it's just a big ass hunk of sugar that you just stick in the side of your cheek.
Jawbreaker.
Thank you.
I hate this.
Okay, it's fine. We don't have to keep doing this. I thought it would be fun, but we can move on. I thought it was a fun, idea, but all right, whatever.
I think it's just too muddled. It's either it's a guess or it's a pitch. The fact that it's both makes it confusing for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
'Cause, like,
priority is.
We did like a game before. It was like 30-second pitch, and you were to, or 30-second review, and you reviewed a movie
Yeah.
for 30 seconds, and then you had to guess the
Let's
movie.
do that because everybody loved that.
Yeah, that is a
Everybody-
very all our thousands
Yeah.
of listeners.
Let's do
I
that.
I also
No,
have some
but-
other games I was going to suggest, but that's fine. I would
Great,
happily
let's
play
do Wally.
really
Let's do
good
Wally's.
Okay,
Yeah, let's do Wally.
my favorite game of all. I was going
favorite
to suggest we do. Let's do volley.
To Wally.
Oh yeah, do Wally. Right. I don't know why I added it as a V. I was gonna say Toothless Bands, where we have to say band names like this. Pantera.
That's too easy.
But you cannot laugh. If you laugh, you're out. Okay.
Okay.
How do you think? What do you think about that? You want to give it a shot?
That's great.
Okay.
Allie likes it.
All right. I'll go first. Ready?
Wait,
sorry,
none of us
real
can
quick.
laugh?
Can
Or
we
just
can,
the
can
person-
we laugh or just the person saying it?
What do you guys think? What do you? I don't know. What do you?
None-
think?
I think none of
On
us-
Freedom, it's just the person saying it, but I don't. We
Oh.
can do however.
Oh,
we
so
want.
it's a stolen game.
Well, all games are stolen from someone. Also, yeah, way to. I mean, I'm doing it with bands, so that's different from how they did it there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, I think we should all not be able to laugh.
I like that.
Okay, sweet.
It's much harder.
Extra
Yeah,
hard
it's much
level.
harder. Okay.
Double turret.
No, we're not trying to guess what it is.
I think
Yeah,
you
we
just-
are.
I think you can.
No,
everyone's
We're
gonna
not.
know what
We're
it
just-
is.
No, we're not trying to guess. We're just going
Yeah.
around.
I don't think you have to guess it because
Oh.
it's kind of clear. Like
Yeah.
obviously it's Sepultura.
Yeah.
You just have to say it
Okay,
in that
fine.
way and try not to laugh till
You
you
just
laugh.
can't
Okay.
laugh. Allie, you
Okay.
go.
Winter Sun.
Winter Sun, nice.
Morbid Angel.
Taking this long.
Yeah, what's going on? Okay, jeez. Sorry. Go
What'd
again,
you
please.
say?
King Diamond.
Allie's out.
You laughed too.
I would. All right, I lose.
All right, let's start over. Sorry,
I took such a long time. Honestly, I was gonna do Slayer, and I was like, oh wait, I did Slayer as the example, I think. And so then I was like
No,
stuck,
you
and I was
didn't.
trying to find I couldn't remember what I'd done, so I was just trying to find it.
Pantera.
Oh right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't
start
it my
this.
turn?
Well, we both
Sure.
lost, Allie.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
just starting because I
you-
won.
So
you can go.
Dylan won. He starts.
It's only fair.
Okay.
It's only fair.
All right. Fight.
Nice.
Is that fight?
Mm-hmm.
Rare from death.
Oh my god. It's so hard not to laugh. What that start?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Yes.
What was that?
just looking at your face. Like, I don't know.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said
She said
Twisted,
Twisted Sister.
Oh.
With Dee Schneider.
All I heard was. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this.
I'll start us off
I
again.
laugh so easily.
Motorhead.
Oh my god. Knuckle hair dust. Did that count?
No, it's your turn.
Yeah. Do strong nostril exhales count?
I don't think so. This is some mercy.
Okay. Annihilator.
Purification.
A perfect circle. I don't know why I thought of that.
Cool.
Purification.
Okay, so now it's me and Wally.
Really?
You just laughed.
Wirklich? Okay. Oh yeah, because we both laughed all the other times.
All right, so is it me or you, Wally?
You.
Okay. Pelican.
What was
Yep.
that?
Pelican. Purification.
You did say them already. Does that do
No,
anything?
Did I?
he didn't say suffocation.
You did
When?
No, he didn't.
earlier.
No.
Fine, I'll do
Said
another one.
Sepultura.
Yeah.
Definitely said suffocation. All right.
Well, we'll roll back tape, and then what are you going to say when you're wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna take the clip of you saying it both times and turn it into an Instagram post.
And if it isn't there, what are you going to do?
Then I'm just gonna take the same clip and put it twice. Damn it! I laughed.
That doesn't count.
Okay. Testament.
Disturbed. You want to do one more round?
Good job.
One
Sure.
more?
Let's do a different category
Wally
of thing.
pulled
I'm running
through.
out of things.
Running out of bands?
Yeah, let's do a different. Let's do individual musicians.
No. No. This is too hard. Let's do movies or something. I'm never going to think of more band
We can
people
let's just
than
do
I am
like
bands.
Slayer
You
songs.
just go through a band.
I don't know the song titles as well as you guys do.
Really?
We've had this conversation 1,000 times.
What about beekeeper songs? Let's do beekeeper songs.
Fine. But we're going to run out.
Fine.
We got 19 to work with.
Fine. Let's try.
Okay.
See what happens.
Jonathan. Sweet.
Wow. Wait. Does that
You guys
count
both
as anything?
laughed.
I went.
You both laughed.
I went.
Yeah, it was a laugh.
That was just
You
a
made
Is it?
flip
noise.
of the mic.
Yeah.
You're so hard to play games with.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Whose turn is it?
It was
It
my
was
turn.
Wally's.
Okay.
We can start again if you'd rather. If you feel you won that round, we can start again.
I did. Sure. Okay. Also, sorry. Are we doing Movies
Beekeeper
or people?
song?
Beekeeper.
Oh, Beekeeper song. Sorry. sorry.
Beekeeper
Okay.
names.
Burger.
Caramel cracker.
Beekeeper.
Rating star.
Get about there.
What?
What? Do it again?
Guest of
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Did someone say Satan?
No.
Ah, damn it. I'm out.
What?
All right, you guys keep going.
Why are you out?
Did you
I
laugh?
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear a laugh.
I didn't hear
I
anything.
did like a.
Let's see. You're too hard on it.
Just keep
That's
going.
a laugh. No,
All right.
I'm out. It's now be you two.
All right.
Okay. It's you, Wally.
Burgers.
Someone said Vargas.
Okay.
Did someone? Did Dylan say?
Fictitious.
Song names. I'm trying to do the first album. Did we do them all? Did we do them all?
pretty now, mama.
Chalk down.
What? Salt?
I know what it was.
Satan?
Chalk down.
I can't tell. Whatever.
Choke down.
Oh, choke zone. Got it. Choke zone. Choke zone.
What if we like replaced in the album where you go Chuck with Chuck for one?
The beast we are.
What about the beasts we take home?
Oh
The
my
beast
god.
you take home is what it is.
Yeah.
Wait. I can't even remember what has been said. I feel like every song has been said.
It has. There's
Did
a bunch on
someone
the new
say-
album that hasn't been said.
Yeah, I feel like they've all been said on the new album. Predestination. What? Time?
Give you a hint.
Chamber. Why? Just
Oh,
stop. I got
was
it.
gonna-
I got it.
I was gonna say Time Chamber, but I thought it had been said. What else? Oh. Reach.
It's nice being able to just laugh.
For once.
I don't know if this will count, but kinda I want to.
Are there more? I can't.
Have we done them all? This was exactly what I was concerned about. Let's do movies real quick. One last one. Do movies.
Okay, I saw a good movie last night. Ghost Dog.
Oh, the samurai
seen
movie.
that?
Yeah, with Forrest Whitaker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Never heard of that in my life.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's good. Mhm.
Is it? Sorry, is it me? Is it Wally?
Movies. It's you.
Oh, okay. The Hunt for Red October.
Zoolander.
Sorry,
Are you okay?
there's a cat chewing on my phone.
All right, do a movie that's cat chewing on your phone themed.
It's Wally's turn.
I just went while you were gasping in horror.
What'd you say?
I don't remember. What did I say? I said
Remember?
Zoolander.
Yes.
And it was funny.
It was.
Rosemary's Baby. God damn it!
Citizen Kane.
Terrible movie. Worst fucking movie in the world. Sorry.
The Exorcist.
Damn it. That was good.
Huzzah.
Wait,
Yeah,
have you seen Citizen Kane, Dylan?
No, I want to.
It's
I haven't
so
seen
bad.
it. I haven't
It's
seen it, but I
so-
watched Mank, which is
know.
about Mankiewicz, who wrote Citizen Kane.
Okay.
I've heard from people that they thought it was cool.
Well, it's regarded as like the best film noir. It's not a film noir. Okay.
I've heard of it as just the best
Critics.
film. I've never heard of it as the best film noir.
I think it is described as noir, but
Yeah.
I think
it's
that
not.
there's stylistic choices that they made that like was the first time that a lot of stuff got done, and then after that, a lot of people emulated it. But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
speaking of noir and first movies, I just watched Blood Simple, which is the Coen brothers' first movie, which is a noir, and I really enjoyed it. You should check it out.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's their first one.
Yeah, a lot of times when you watch something that was like legend, that was like revolutionary at the time, but also just happened to have come out like 60, 70 years ago, it's like a lot of that stuff it doesn't hit the same way. You know what I mean? Like
I don't agree.
it's like you see, but it's like sometimes like you'll watch a movie. Sometimes and you'll see stuff and plot points and twists in the movie, and you're like, oh, that's fucking old hat. Like that's I've seen that a million times, but it's like, oh, but this was the first. It's like if you watched it, you know, it's like who knows how we would think of it if we watched it when it came out, when it was doing all these things that we had never seen. You know, who knows?
Well, everything that happened in the first 10 minutes of Citizen Kane that I have seen before, like, you know, other directors or writers have, you know, taken inspiration from the scenes and from these particular parts and shots. And they were all like, who the fuck cares? And I only got I didn't get too far into the movie because it was so bad I turned
Oh, you didn't
off.
finish it?
Of course not. I told you in the studio. Remember I was complaining?
Yes, I do
forever?
remember that.
It's kind of what I do.
I do remember that. But yeah, check out Blood Simple if you want a noir that's actually good. It's got Frances McDormand, a very young Frances McDormand in it. And she's great. There's other people you'll recognize.
Blood
Yeah.
Simple.
Blood Simple. Yeah, it's cool. Well, we're pretty deep into this. I mean, we could call it. Should we peace out for this episode 8?
We got a website, beekeepermetal.com. Got the link tree as previously mentioned.
Oh my god, I already forgot. I already
Link.
forgot about all that.
Dot
No, it's
T-
link. It's linkter
dot
ee
slash beekeeper metal.
That's
And
right.
you can find
Or beekeepermetal.com.
Yes.
I just said that. Instagram, beekeeper metal. And yeah, we're working on Blazing Star. Blazing Star.
Yeah, Blazing
No G.
apostrophe star.
Yeah. Got the country twang coming out, you know. Beekeepermetal.com.
And check out more Bees Companies on our YouTube, Beekeeper Official. We have, this is now our 8th episode, and we're, 2 years deep?
This is our 8th episode?
That's right.
Crazy.
I know. But we have 8 legit official episodes of Bees Company, and we appreciate everyone who listens to them. And we've been getting some cool comments. You know, even Jason Bang showed
Did
up.
you see the Jason Bang
Yeah,
alley?
Jason Bang
Jason
showed
Bang?
up.
No,
He did
where?
a timestamp of your burp.
Yep.
What?
One of the
Where
many.
you like click on the time and it just takes you to you being like, "Bah."
Hi,
Yeah.
Jason.
So leave a
you're
comment for
doing
us,
well.
and maybe we'll shout you out here on the podcast. And we appreciate you guys, and hope to get in front of you with some new material and some new music,
Yeah.
and to play shows soon.
Thanks for tuning in to Bees Company, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.